Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another beautiful morning here in Leonidio. It's probably the last one for a longer time, so we really want to make use of this by going climbing today. And I think I'm going to get a little bit of more ingredients for my post-workout meal, which I'm going to cook right afterwards. And then we're going to head off to the crag. Let's see how it goes today. There are already some clouds back there. I hope we've got enough time left. Alright, so we are here at the wonderful Mars sector, which is called like that because it looks like Mars, because of all of the tufas and the red rock, as you can see. It's a really cool crag for making onset goes, you know, super long onset goes, 40-50 meters even. And although I didn't climb so far, I had the first success already, which was finding my cell phone, which I thought I lost about 2 to 3 weeks ago or something like that, at the bottom of my backpack, which was amazing. Since there are a lot of easier routes on Mars, I'm going to save my energy, and we will head over to Namaste in the afternoon. And there I have my project, an 8B called Karud. Really cool stuff. Super vertical face climbing with ultra crappy small little sharp holes, just how I like it. Let's see if we can make some progress on this one today. And I think now I'll give Jan a little lesson in Tufa Climbing. Bist du bereit?
Weiß nicht. Ist du jetzt fotogener über eine Orange?
Mhm.
Da kannst du du solltest echt so einen Beauty-Channel-Ableger machen. Von denen, ja, Mädels, 2 Orangen am Tag, das muss reichen.
Manis,
Beauty-Salon.
Manis Beauty Salon, ja.
Ich sag's dir, 3 Millionen Follower, just like that.
Alright, enough nonsense. I want my viewers to get something out of every vlog I post, apart from how beautiful the scenery is and all that stuff, so I thought I'll do a little voiceover to the climbing footage I made that day. I've talked a lot about the importance of the acclimatization period that inevitably takes place once a climber enters a new area which features different kinds of rock than he is used to. And in this case, as you can see, it's all about the tufas. I'm a pretty bad tufa climber because my home crags do not have any tufas on them. And I can say that I definitely went through a significant acclimatization period when I started to climb here in Leonidio. And what I've noticed is that I could climb tufas a lot more efficiently when I adopted a more lateral climbing style in general. It's hard to explain, but in my home areas everything not necessarily has to but is climbed more frontally. There are few drop knees, lateral heel hooks and situations where you have to spread your legs apart in order to work your way up in a chimney or something like that. All that kind of stuff becomes more important when there's a lot of tufas, and I think that is the case because when you try to climb tufas frontally, you have to pinch them very hard all the time, since pulling downwards on a tufa is not in line with its actual hold directionality, and there are less horizontal footholds for support. But you can turn any tufa pinch into a quite good lateral hold by applying a more lateral loading direction, and you can get more out of these lateral footholds by doing lots of drop knees and lateral heel hooks, which all in all means adopting a more lateral climbing style. I hope that makes sense. Another interesting thing on tufa climbs are the unusual resting positions. There are a lot of knee bars, and sometimes you can even squeeze your whole body between two of those stalactites. Such formations grant you a nice shakeout if you know how to read and utilize them, and I definitely spent a lot more energy on some routes here than would have been necessary simply because I was blind to these opportunities. So much about tufa climbing. Maybe try to keep these aspects in mind next time you encounter an area filled with tufa problems. It could make your acclimatization period a bit shorter. Anyway, once the sun moved out of the Mars sector, we went over to Namaste, which is relatively close and has sun for a longer time. And there I tried a project of mine which is in turn completely atypical for this region. No tufas at all, vertical face climbing on super crappy, sharp, small holds. And at least on that day I could do all the single moves for the first time, so that was quite a success. Although the sand attempt didn't work out as I would have liked to, just see yourself. And since the plan was to do a rest day the next day because the forecast was bad, we decided to smash in another hangboard session on the Fingerschinder in order to achieve some proper gains. And finally the day was finished with an awesome meal and a nice hangout at the Panjika bar as usual. All in all, great times here in Greece. Hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Filmmaking